History remembers kings, generals, and conquerors, but it truly honors those whose lives prove that character and perseverance can change the world. And among such lives, the story of Abraham Lincoln stands as one of the most powerful ever told. His journey did not begin with privilege or comfort, but with poverty, uncertainty, and hardship so deep that most people would never imagine success rising from it. Born on February 12, 1809, in a small log cabin in Kentucky, Abraham Lincoln entered a world where survival itself was a daily challenge. His family owned almost nothing, and life revolved around hard physical labor, basic shelter, and constant struggle. From the very beginning, Lincoln learned that life would not offer him easy paths, but these early challenges quietly prepared him for greatness. As a child, Abraham Lincoln worked alongside his father, cutting wood, clearing land, and farming for long hours under harsh conditions. His hands grew rough from labor, and his body learned endurance before his mind ever tasted formal education. There were no schools nearby, no teachers waiting to guide him, and no structured learning system to support his curiosity. Yet even in this environment, Lincoln's mind searched for something more. Whenever he could find a book, he treated it like a treasure. He read slowly and carefully, often rereading pages until every word became clear. At night, after exhausting days of work, he studied by candlelight, believing deeply that knowledge could unlock a future different from the one he was born into. Tragedy struck early when Lincoln lost his mother, a loss that shaped his emotional world forever. Her death left him quiet, reflective, and deeply empathetic toward pain and suffering. Rather than becoming bitter, Lincoln developed compassion, learning to understand others instead of judging them. Life continued to test him as he grew older, offering more obstacles than opportunities. His youth was filled with uncertainty, limited resources, and few chances to escape poverty. Yet within these limitations, Lincoln formed a powerful inner strength that would define the rest of his life. As a young man, Lincoln attempted to build a better future, but success did not come easily. He started a business that failed, leaving him buried in debt that took years to repay. He entered politics with hope and ambition, only to lose election after election. Rejection became familiar, and disappointment followed him at every step. His personal life was equally painful, marked by loneliness, emotional struggle, and periods of deep depression. Many would have surrendered under such weight, but Lincoln refused to let failure define him. He believed that failures were not signs to stop, but lessons meant to prepare him. Determined to rise beyond his circumstances, Lincoln chose a path of self-education. Without attending college, he taught himself law by reading endlessly and studying whenever time allowed. This process required discipline, patience, and belief in his own potential. Slowly, his efforts paid off. He became a lawyer known for honesty, fairness, and clear reasoning. His strength was not fancy language or dramatic arguments, but simplicity and truth. He spoke in a way ordinary people understood, using English as a tool to connect rather than impress. This ability earned him trust, respect, and influence. As the United States became increasingly divided over slavery, Lincoln's moral beliefs grew stronger. He believed deeply that all human beings deserved dignity and freedom. This belief guided his political journey and shaped his decisions. Despite intense opposition, Lincoln continued to speak against injustice, even when it threatened his career and safety. In 1860, after years of struggle and failure, Abraham Lincoln was elected President of the United States. His election was historic, but the responsibility he inherited was enormous. Soon after Lincoln took office, the nation plunged into civil war. The country was torn apart, families were divided, and violence spread across the land. The future of the nation hung in the balance. Lincoln faced constant criticism from all sides. Some doubted his intelligence, others questioned his leadership, and many opposed his values. Yet he remained steady, calm, and focused. He believed leadership required patience, listening, and moral clarity. During the darkest moments of the war, Lincoln used words as a weapon for unity. His speeches, written in clear and emotional English, inspired hope, strength, and resilience. One of Lincoln's most courageous actions was his stand against slavery. He understood the risks, but believed moral responsibility outweighed political safety. His decisions reshaped the nation's future, moving it toward equality and justice. Though the cost of war was devastating, Lincoln never lost sight of his purpose. He believed that a nation built on freedom could not survive half free and half enslaved. In 1865, just as peace was approaching and the nation began to heal, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. His death shocked the world and left a nation in mourning. A man who had survived poverty, failure, and war was taken at the moment of victory. Yet his story did not end with his death. Instead, his legacy became immortal. Lincoln came to symbolize perseverance, honesty, and moral courage. His life proved that greatness is not inherited but earned through learning, resilience, and unwavering values. The story of Abraham Lincoln teaches us that failure is not defeat, that education does not require privilege, and that language has the power to change lives. His journey reminds us that improving our English, our knowledge, and our mindset can open doors beyond imagination. From a poor boy with no formal education to a leader who changed history, Lincoln's life stands as a reminder that determination and integrity can overcome any obstacle. His story continues to inspire generations, encouraging us to believe in growth, resilience, and the strength of human potential.